Hello, beginning string students. Really quick, this is a really short video of what we're doing this week. You can go back and watch it, and we'll try to keep it down to 5 minutes. Basically, we'll be getting our instrument out of the case, rest and playing position, and how to properly pluck your instrument. Cello players, you guys with your cases, again, you have really nice soft cases. When you're walking around with them, you do want to hold the strap with one hand and put your arm around the neck so you can walk safely with these instruments. Some of you even have some back straps. If you wanted to strap it to your back when you're walking around, that's okay as well. But really wanted to kind of go through how to get it out of the case. If I'm a cello player, I'm going to make sure my cello it's standing up. And what I do is I unzip it all the way like this. I'm going to pull these flaps off to the side, and then I can kind of work the case off like this. And so that's kind of how I get my cello out of the case. Really quick, some of the parts of the instrument. You have the scroll, the pegs. You have the neck areas right here. This long black board is called the fingerboard, the bridge, the F-holes, the tailpiece, and you even have an adjusting screw down here, and you can also pull out your end pin. We'll talk about that later. Now your cello, when you get it, is going to be kind of small here, and so what you do is have to make it a little bit bigger. So what I do is I sit down, and what I want to do is pull out my end pin, and what the distance for almost every student should be the length of a hand like this, and a fist. So if you can practice doing this at home, you just stretch your hand out, length of a hand, and a fist, and then retighten it. So that when you stand up, the scroll should come about to your nose, right about there. And usually the hand in a fist makes it just the right length, okay? When I sit with my cello, I'm going to sit at the tip of the chair, and I'm going to pull the cello behind my left ear, like this, and I want the cello just kind of sitting right in the center of my chest on the sternum. My knees are on the outside, the cello faces pretty much straight out. You can wrap your arms around it, my cello, and you can rock and roll. This is what we do in our lesson normally. So it gets used to, kind of holding your instrument. When we go to pluck the instrument, I use my right hand, and I make an L shape. I'm going to place my thumb on the fingerboard like this, and then I use my pointer finger to pluck. So I'm not going to pluck with my thumb. I play with my thumb here, and what I like to do is pluck the string closest to your thumb. That's the C string. And the next one's the G string, then the D string, and then the A string. So those are our 4 strings of the cello: C, G, D, and A. And a little saying to help you remember that is cats go down alleys. So those are my 4 strings of my cello. And so we would like for you to write 4 songs of your own just using C, G, D, and A. For example, here's a song. C, 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 C. How about this? C, A, C, A. Those are some songs if you would write a couple songs. When you're done with your lesson, you simply, you're done with your cello, you put this end pin back in. You never want to walk around with the end pin out because you could damage it. And my cello case, I leave it on the floor, and then I slide my cello up inside the case here. So when I'm done, I'm going to try to get my cello back inside the case. And I like to have it laying down on the ground when I put it back in the case. There is a top side where the bow is. Again, leave the bow in the case. I know you're curious of what it looks like. The bridge, you can see, goes right along with the bow. So you want to make sure that when you put it in the case, the bridge is on the same side as the bow. So there's this part that sticks up. The back side, where your back would be, where you put a book, you wouldn't want that bridge jabbing into your back. So you would want to make sure that part's kind of sticking up. And that's how we do the cello. So again, have some fun playing your cello, getting it in and out of practice, getting it in and out of the case, and see if you can pluck your open strings and make a couple songs. Have some fun.